We're back with our series Food for Thought, and today we're going to shine our first ever spotlight on a very coveted culinary job, food critic. Now, recently, the New York Times unveiled the names and faces of their newest chief restaurant critics. Normally, they stay anonymous. Well, I got to join them for a meal to find out a little bit more about the big reveal and some tricks of the trade.
Oh.
Making a dinner plan with 3 friends just once is difficult, but then we kind of have to do that every night.
Dining out for every meal multiple times a week, even having double dinners, might not sound like a job, but it is for Tejal and Ligaya Mishan, who are redefining what it means to be the New York Times chief restaurant critics. I was kind of surprised when I got the assignment because they're going to be on TV. Usually, a restaurant critic is someone anonymous. Why the change?
In the past, restaurant critics were always anonymous, but there were also always photographs of them hanging in restaurant kitchens.
The renowned role has historically been more low profile to avoid any preferential treatment.
And we're not trained secret operatives, so I think the editors felt like, let's do something to actually bring you forward and be able to build closer relationships to readers.
Despite their unmasking, there are still some precautions. Going forward, do you make reservations under your own name?
It's definitely fake names.
Yeah.
And then the credit cards also have fake names.
Wow. That's going deep. Both Tejal and Ligaya's culinary curiosities started early on.
You know, an immigrant family from Kenya and India, East African, South Asian family, where everything we did just revolved around food. I was just mesmerized by the restaurant experience as a kid.
Years later, as 2 young and hungry food writers, they first connected online.
I used to tweet lines from Tejal's reviews because they were so great.
And eventually, after meeting on the internet, then we got together for dinner in real life at some point.
Today, most of their meals are eaten separately, with Ligaya in New York City and Tejal in Los Angeles, and a mission to visit more unexpected corners of the country.
The hope is that we're going to embrace all kinds of places where you can eat. So that might be a taco truck somewhere. It might be a fancy palatial fine dining restaurant and everything in between.
Your job is to tell the truth, but knowing that your review can make or break a restaurant, how do you deal with that responsibility?
I think with a lot of care and thoughtfulness, I have a lot of meals that are, you know, not amazing, that are maybe mediocre or even sometimes bad, but that doesn't mean it has to be a story in the New York Times.
Tejal and Ligaya dished on one of the more challenging aspects of the job. Do you have as much difficulty getting a reservation as the rest of us?
We don't have a secret way to get a reservation, unfortunately. We have to do the exact same, you know, Resi Notify and all of that stuff.
Setting so many alerts. And then whenever you hear the little ding go off, you know, I'll be in the middle of a run and I'll lurch to the side. And it doesn't matter how quickly I click, the table has disappeared.
Once the table's secured, sharing meals, moments, and memories is a task they're already craving. What do you want people to get out of after they finish reading your column?
I'm hoping that the column was a pleasure to read, but then that they're getting some context and meaning out of the review itself.
Well, I know that a lot of the people who read the column may never go to the restaurant because they live somewhere else. Mm-hmm. So whatever little pieces of knowledge I'm picking up, that I can somehow share those, and that someone will come away saying, oh, that's something I hadn't thought about before.
These two are delightful, and they take this so seriously. But Tejal thinks she's been recognized at least once already, but dining out with a group kind of makes it easier, you know, in numbers. And what's interesting, I think one of the reasons why the New York Times, and I think a number of publications are doing this, is that, like, you walk through any restaurant kitchen now, and everybody's pictures, all these critics' pictures, like they showed in the episode of The Bear, their pictures are up. So there's no anonymity anyway.
That just seems like it would be such a cool job.
I know, but yeah, like they said, there's, you know, sometimes you're overeating. I mean, you're out all the time, and if you have a family, it's kind of tough.
Yes.
Well, hey, if they need groups for their reservations, I think we're all volunteering.
By the way, want to give a big thank you to Borgo Restaurant right here in Manhattan. Terrific spot, hosting our conversation there. Flatbread.
I love that.
Love to hear that. Yeah.